This the new Let's Get It Sports Talk, broadcasting live on weekends, exclusively on Facebook and the Four Walls Foundation YouTube channel. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. My name is Doc Bryce. I'm here with Coach Marcus Bullock, MB, and Coach Fred Battie, FB, and we are the new
Let's get it.
The new Let's Get It Sports Talk. We're missing, you know what it is? I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to say. We can't say we because we're missing one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out the language. So that's my apologies. But anyway, CB's not here. So, but we are the new Let's Get It Sports Talk coming to you this Sunday. It's very windy, but nice.
Yeah.
Right? Like I was riding with the windows, just the breeze or something. It's something, you know, it just feels good. Okay. I'm now if it's going to thunderstorm later on, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be rough.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow's gonna be rough.
Okay. Like rough, like maybe
Storms
not no school type?
No.
Okay, all right.
Those days is done. We're going to school.
Winter's over, is what you're
We
saying.
need a tornado. Something like that. We ain't getting no more snowstorms.
That snowstorms is over. Okay. All right. Well, listen, let's start it off. MB, how you doing, bro?
All is good, man. All is good. Just transitioning back into normal life post basketball season. You know, getting all that stuff together. Excited for a big softball season coming up as well.
All right.
So you know that's the time of year that I get excited about. So yeah, that's kind of like what we got going on now.
Okay. All right. How about you, FB?
I'm good, man. I'm great. I had a chance to watch our girls team play in the state championship game yesterday.
Wow. Did they win?
Came home with a dub.
Wow. That's what's up.
First time in school history. So it's a historic season for them. First time they won the conference, first time they won a sectional, first time they won a state. They all did it all in 1 year.
Wow.
So it was really fun to watch.
That's cool. Who they play?
They played Chatham,
Who
was number 4 in New Jersey before the game, and they won by
They beat them up.
won by 16. I mean, they had a really dominant run. They only had one game that was within 10 points.
Wow.
All the rest were like 15 plus. So
and they were already climbing like in the years prior and stuff like that.
Yeah, like last year they lost in the semifinal.
Right.
Like sectional semifinal, and then they just kept progressing.
Okay.
Getting better.
That's what's up. Yo, I've really gotten into, over time with the WNBA. I've gotten into that. But even high school basketball for the girls, I've really gotten into it. Like, it was a couple of years ago, they had this girl named Alexis Davis. I'm not sure. I wanted to actually research to see if she went on, somewhere, whatever. But she was nice, though. She went to Woodbury she went to Glassboro, and I think she went to Woodbury.
Yep.
Right. She was, tough, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know she came to Pettisgrove and had like 3 40-point plus games.
Ooh, wow.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Unstoppable. But then Woodstown. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Woodstown. They got this girl, Megan Donaldson. That's the truth. And Batavia or something like it's like, they're tough, man. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think it's, it's kind of exciting that just overall.
Yeah, the game's growing.
Yeah, man.
Growing. It was a ton of, we had probably like 150 students make the drive up yesterday. Had a ton of, it was so many of our parents there, like a boys game. So everybody from the community came out to support yesterday. It was cool.
That's what's up. Cool. When you say drive up, where was it at?
Rutgers.
Oh, in Rutgers. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I knew New Brunswick. Okay.
Yep.
That's what's up. All right. Same here, man. Just, was this week? It was light week this week. Good week, though. Good week. I will say that. Just kind of light, though. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, I've been fasting. I don't know. Have you guys ever fasted?
What kind of fast are you talking about? I've done a couple different things.
So I've done a intermittent.
Yeah.
I've done that.
But then now I'm doing except for today. And I should be doing it today. I just have kind of like convinced myself that today's the Sabbath and I could take a break from all fast or whatever. But I was going from sun up to sundown. And it was cool when it was daylight savings time. But when daylight savings, you realize that, wait a minute, hold up. If I don't get up at 6 a.m,
you can't eat.
I'm in trouble because now we going to like 7 o'clock plus. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I have this, because I didn't get up this morning. And I'm like, I don't think I could do another day.
So what can you have during the fast? Is it just water or is it?
I have water, and I have to have black tea. I gotta have some caffeine. Now I understand, like, this is off subject, but now I understand, like, why, like, back in my day, when the crack epidemic came up, and like you kind of took somebody being real skinny synonymously are like, yo, you crackhead skinny, you know what I'm saying? But I understand it because cocaine is a stimulant. So stimulants stop the appetite cravings, you know what I'm saying? So, listen, let me be clear. There's no smoking of no crack and cocaine while I'm on this fast, okay? Wait, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, you got to change that statement.
Hold on. Not just now while I'm on this fast, period, okay? Let me be clear. But I do drink the black tea heavy. Because that's what stops it, yo. You know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, though, just living life, bro. Living life.
Cool. Let's get in this NBA talk here. Usually the first thing we start with is the 76ers.
Right.
There's not much to really talk about with that. I know CB had talked about he turned on the game the other day and didn't know a single player on the court, which is, I feel like we're almost worse than the process stage right now. At least like some of those guys you knew, like like, oh, I know that. But anyway, did any of you guys watch the Warriors last night? Warriors Knicks.
I watched some of it.
I was like in and out.
That was in and out too. I'm just saying you had to.
You had to. That's one of the first games I've watched start to finish in a while. And of course, I got to witness the best point guard of all time do his thing, which was pretty cool. Okay. Knicks were without Jalen Brunson, which is obviously big. But, what do you think about these two teams? Do you think, obviously with Brunson healthy, with Warriors, having Jimmy Butler now, do they have enough to be legit contenders for a title?
I believe the Warriors do. I think, when you have Steph, adding Jimmy, like adding two guys who, Jimmy's performed well in the playoffs before, Steph has. I think when you have guys like that, I do think you have a chance. And they've looked good. I mean, they've looked really good since they've had Jimmy.
14-1 when he's played.
Right. So they,
wow.
Take that into account. I mean, I think they have a chance.
Yeah.
What about the Knicks?
I don't see it for the Knicks just because I have them as probably – I don't have them better than the Celtics. I don't have them beating the Cavs. I don't have those beating those two teams in a series. So I kind of have them third. Yeah, it's kind of where I have the Knicks.
Even with Brunson?
Even with Brunson.
What is it that you feel like the Knicks are lacking? A little bit. I'm going to give my take on it.
It's not even what the Knicks are lacking. It's just what I think the Celtics have. I just think they have so many perimeter defenders. They guard the perimeter very well. With their postseason experience with Drew, with JT, with Jaylen Brown. I just think they have so many weapons.
Yeah.
I just think there's such a big gap between those guys and the Knicks.
They're almost flawless.
Yeah.
A little bit. Boston.
Yeah. I could see that Knicks series being like a 4-1, 4-2. Like I could maybe 4-2 if the Knicks play really well.
Yeah. I wouldn't want it to be.
I wouldn't want it to be either, but I
feel
just
like
think the gap
they're that good. Like I feel like they're above everybody else in the East. To be honest with you. Even the Cavs.
Yeah.
Like the Cavs is.
And Cavs and Knicks are more.
They're kind of comparable, right? Maybe the Knicks are above them. The Cavs kind of remind me of like the Sacramento Kings at one point, like a year or two ago, right? They've had some success, but when it comes to the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But Donovan is that dude, though. So, like, he's a killer. The Warriors, I think just because of the experience and the mental fortitude, it doesn't, even when they didn't have Jimmy, they still were not, you still couldn't like sleep on them. Yeah. They were almost like Mahomes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so when the Eagles were winning, right? You still was like, I need to see the clock like really be, you know what I'm saying?
Steph could still give you 25 a quarter.
In a minute, in a heartbeat, you know what I'm saying? So because of that, and then Jimmy now coming, I think that yes. And even the yes is a even that's a pause, yo. Yeah. But no, I think with Jimmy arriving, I think that it just boosts their thing there. And then Draymond, you know, I was watching Draymond last night, right? And I said, yo, he's so critical. I can understand. I hate to say it, but I understand now why they let Clay do his thing, and they made sure they hung on to Draymond. And Clay felt the way about that, right?
Sure.
Because it didn't feel like he didn't feel valued anymore. You know what I'm saying? But I understand why Draymond is still valued, because Draymond, it's the heart. It's that, you know. I mean, him calling Karl Anthony Towns soft. I mean, I think that he's in his head, like, you know, pause. But he, you know what I'm saying? Like he's just that type of dude, man. So yeah, I think they have what it takes. The Knicks, on the other hand, I think they're missing with something without Hartenstein, and I've said that from the beginning. They're missing a grittiness, a toughness, and Cat don't play no D. He don't play no D, especially on the screen rolls or whatever like that. He's just soft to me. I mean, you know, he's not a presence like Hartenstein. I thought Hartenstein was really good for them, and with him and DiVincenzo, I don't know. I'm not big on. I like Bridges, but I haven't seen Bridges in crunch moments. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Hartenstein thing's interesting. I think it's hard to argue the move because Cat's having a really good season. He's scoring the ball, he's rebounding the ball. But I agree, defensively, it's different. Even rebounding wise, it's different. It's not the hustle rebounds, the offensive rebounds that kind of get you another shot. It's you know, it doesn't seem like he's affecting the game with his rebounding, even though he has high numbers.
Right.
And it's like watching them last night, it was evident that you have these NBA players who are all great basketball players, but without Brunson, they just didn't look comfortable.
Right.
Because you have guys doing things that they're not
accustomed
used
to
to
doing. Right.
You know, they're trying to run everything through Cat, or Bridges is trying to make a play, or what's the guy? McBride, is that his name?
Right. Deuce.
He's got the ball in his hands late in the game. Like it's different. But all that to say, I don't think they have enough, even with Jalen, because of Boston.
They're just a mile above, right?
And then you think about, okay, Jalen is going to be Jalen, but now he's going to have to deal with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Derek White. These are all elite defenders, and that's gonna wear on him throughout the series. Yeah. And I think that's going to make it tough. However, with the Warriors, I think they're in the mix. I think it'd be tough for them to get past OKC. I think that's the cream of the crop in the West. Yeah. But I think they have I think they could do it. It's not outside. I think they have a better chance than the Knicks, just because they have that guy.
Yeah, I agree. I can't even lie to you. But the only thing about, will the Knicks ever? So for them to get to that next level, what's needed is probably less of Brunson and more of everybody else, because it's too dominant. Like everything has to run through Brunson. And is that a good thing, or could that be a bad thing? I guess that's the question I'm asking.
I mean, I think it's a good thing when he's when he's got it going, but I think it also it's when you know what's coming.
It's one dimensional.
It's easier to guard, and that's what makes a Boston so difficult to guard, because Jason Tatum has an open shot, but he's swinging one more to Jaylen Brown, who's now driving the ball and kicking Derek White. And then your last option is Drew Holiday.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that's where, and then you have the Knicks, who have guys like Josh Hart, he's great for what he does, but he's not really a threat offensively.
Right.
Which makes it tough for a team like that to compete.
Right.
So
that's what I was going to say. Those ancillary pieces that the Celtics have. So that's what they need. I mean, they just don't have those pieces.
Yeah, you're right. And it's almost like, because of that, like Brunson has to play phenomenal every game for them to be able to win. Where if Tatum is off or Brown is off, you still got other killers that could still get busy. So I think that's the difference. And maybe that's a maturation thing. Maybe, Mike McKell's not there yet, but maybe he gets there. Maybe OG. I never looked at OG as an offensive threat, but he can score.
Yeah, I think he's got to try to score more.
I like OG.
I do too. I think he's got to do more. I think he's really good. I just don't think he does enough consistently.
Right. Do you think maybe because So what? OG's what, like 6'8", 6'9"?
Right in there.
Yeah, and he's on the wing though, right?
Yeah.
So would he benefit going down low a little bit, short corner a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I don't know if that's ever been his.
That's not his game, right?
I don't know if that's ever been his game.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's unfortunate. But I mean, I do. That is the team I have to root for now. I have to go to my number 2 team, you know what I mean, by default, you know what I mean? Because the Sixers are not making the playoffs. They're not going to make the playoffs.
So quick thought on them real quick before we move on to the next NBA topic. What do you think they should do? So Embiid, he's out for the season. Mind you, they still don't know what the plan is. But he's out for the season. What's next? What do they do now? So I guess you're to ensure that you're getting because I think their draft pick is top 6 protected, I believe.
Yes, it is top 6.
So
protected.
what do you do now to make sure you finish in that top 6?
You're doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're doing it.
Keep playing guys we don't know.
Keep playing Jeff Doughton Jr., whatever. I went to the Blue Coats game Sunday with the team. We saw Hood Schifino. All right. Now Hood Schifino's on the Sixers now. Now he's like 30-something points. He's getting busy in the G League. I'm not sure what he did the other night or whatever, but play those guys. Bring a G League team. You know what I'm saying?
Is Maxey done for the year?
Yes, everybody. Maxey, George, Embiid, and everybody. You can even shut down Kelly. Oubre's done too. Like, he's shut down too, right? He hasn't played.
It's hard though. It's hard when you do that because when you shut down, God, it just takes people completely out of it, and then it's hard to
Get back into
get the fans back into it. So that's why I don't know if they'll shut Maxey completely down because if you know we're going into games with no shot to win at all, I mean, people won't be invested at all, and then it's just hard to build that back. So I'm not sure. So it's a hard thing. 'Cause at the end of the day, like it's a business, right? So you still want to keep people coming in the building, still want to keep people watching. So it's they're in a tough spot.
This is Philly though, and I think you said it. Somebody said it like, "Yo, you can actually, if it wasn't for the Eagles, Philly would kind of be irrelevant right now." You know what I'm saying? I think you said that they would be going crazy over the Sixers. So you're not really hearing it too much because it's still got that residual from the Eagles.
The Eagles won, and the Phillies are starting.
The Phillies about to start.
So
Philly started
like
percolating and stuff.
The Eagles, they cleared the way by staying involved so long, winning it. That bought them another month.
Right.
And now the Phillies are starting, so people are already onto that. So
It's a shame though. It's a shame.
It's sad.
Yeah.
So you know it's sad when the Blue Coats game costs more to go to than the professional team.
yeah, that's bad.
This tickets as low as $3. That means it costs more to park.
Yeah, we're back to
those days.
Where it costs more to eat at the game. Than to go to the game.
That
I'm
happened
saying.
fast.
Like that, right?
Fast.
And see, the thing about it is, it's so disappointing. You said you don't know if that was worse or this is worse. I think this is worse because to have the expectation and to go right back to where we were in a span of weeks is terrible. It's terrible. I think I am now on board with fire Daryl Morey.
Oh yeah,
You have to
do something.
And I think you get rid of Nick Nurse too. Even though you're probably going to hold on to him because you're going to say, well, he didn't really have the roster, right? That's what you're going to. That's what most people
I'm not
say.
even going to say that. I'm going to say, okay, who are you going to go get?
I actually wish we still had Doc Rivers.
You had to fire Doc.
Yeah.
Why?
You had to fire Doc.
Okay. Why though? Because they lost that series. Yeah, that's. I mean, I give you that.
I'm not a fire the coach guy, but I do think I understand if they moved away from Nick Nurse just to get everything fresh. Let's
Everything
get new
fresh,
GM, new coach, new voice, let's start this thing over.
Even when he had everybody, it just didn't. It seemed like the same. You know how
they played 13 games together.
Okay, but was this? So I guess that's not enough of a sample point, right? But let me ask: they still played the same isolate way. You know what I'm saying? The isolation.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? That's what
Do you think that's a But like, okay, so now I think we're understanding it's not Doc Rivers' fault. It's not Brett Brown's fault.
Right.
It's not Nick Nurse's fault.
We know
there's only one person. There's only one person.
It's an Embiid thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. And now I'm starting to feel foolish about, maybe we didn't need Paul George because now that's a year wasted. So now he's 34. So next year now he's become 35. Right? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if they were going to do it, this year or next year was the year to get it done. But
you already forfeit this year.
Yeah.
So next year.
Now you're not.
Right. Next year you're not going to do it because you need grow. You got to grow. You got to grow.
Only way it works next year is if Embiid's even somewhat healthy and they end up with the number 1 pick in the draft. And even then it's tough. I do think they get the draft pick though. I don't see the Sixers winning. I see the Sixers winning about 5 more games for the rest of the year. They suck. They suck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even worth going to the game. So, you know what I'm saying? I got 2 games left. So you'll be getting a call. I'm telling you, I'm not even going. Like, because you know what? Again, like I feel like we're all of that ilk where I'm not there for the fan experience. I'm there to watch the game. Yeah. I want to see my team win. And if my team is winning, that dictates what's coming out of my pocket. Okay, whether I'm going to get another beer or I'm going to get something, whatever. Now, if the team is losing, I'm out of here. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So those times for me are gone. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm not going to another game this year. They suck. We couldn't give the tickets away for Teacher Appreciation Day on Friday. We couldn't give them away. We made announcements. Okay, loudspeaker announcements. Hey, if you're interested in going to the game, we have plenty of tickets. Nobody wants to go. Yeah.
Nobody wants to go. Now, if they were relevant, it's a hot ticket, right? Okay, everybody. But you're going to a game you're not seeing Maxey, you're not seeing Paul George, you're not seeing Embiid. I mean, hell, you're not even seeing Oubre, Drummond. You're not seeing anybody relevant. Disgusting. And MT will talk this week coming up. And hopefully, now because I'm a hustler, wheeler dealer. Now, if you drop those tickets down low for next year, I might do something. Maybe. But it got to be low.
She got a hard job right now.
She does. And I feel for her. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Blue Coast experience, because at least they're gonna win a little bit. We went to the game on Sunday. Decent game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we had some hiccups or whatever, but I mean, Jessica did the best she could or whatever. They have like this fan experience where you can line up and, high five the guys out the tunnel, right? So she's selling it like, yeah, listen, we're going to get you guys this and you guys high five the guys out the tunnel. We're like, okay, yeah, that's dope, right? Except when we get there, I'm like, yo, where the hell's the tunnel?
Right. I was going to say that. I've been there a couple of times. I'm like, there's no...
around, like, where's the tunnel? Oh, we formed the tunnel. Okay. We're the tunnel. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? But it's still a good experience. It's great for the people at Delaware because they have nothing. They have no other sports but the Blue Rocks or whatever. So it's good for them. But it's more exciting going to the G League than it is to go to the Sixers game right now. And let me just add, I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you. Yo, so they mirror each other. It's so crazy. We're sitting there, I'm thinking Matt Cord, the announcer's there. No, the announcer is a good brother. He lives out here, son. He teaches at Sterling High School, you know what I'm saying? But he sounds just like Matt Cord. So when you might go to the Sixers game and think it's Matt Cord, no, it might be him.
Oh, wow.
They interchange each other and they sound just alike and they do everything the same. Everything is uniform.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a little crazy for me. I thought maybe they switched it up a little bit, but like everything is uniform. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I mean?
Last NBA topic here. Last show, you hadn't seen the LeBron and Stephen A thing. Have you seen it now and followed up on what's going on?
I have.
What are your thoughts?
I think LeBron was a sucker for that, and I go even deeper, right? So, culturally, and in my culture, individuals have a problem with Stephen A. because they feel as though he targets only the African American men or the African American athletes, and he really goes like in on them, so to speak, right? As opposed to other cultures. I'm like, you know, my excuse is always like, yo, he's got a job to do, and when you got a job to do, you just got to do your job, right? But the argument, because I was debating this with shout out to my uncles, because we do a lot of debating, and I was debating it with my Uncle Kev and even with my Uncle Mark and cousin Wayne and Dave. And I was like, yo, listen, you know what? How about LeBron stepped to him because he was an African-American journalist? Does he do that to Skip Bayless? Does he do it to Mike Greenberg? You know what I'm saying? So I find nothing but fault in what LeBron did. First of all, you created this because you know he wasn't ready for the NBA. I mean, listen, I go through my thing with Bronny or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But really, I mean, he's garbage, son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying he's garbage, but you know what I mean, right? He's not ready yet. Okay, but I like the fact that you know. Listen,
we gotta clip that.
your father helped his son get a job, right? That happens all the time. That's been happening for years. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with that. But now you're mad because people are talking junk about it? That's mad soft. Like, that's soft to me. Like, what did you expect?
Right.
You knew you knew he wasn't ready. And you still gave him the job. And now you're mad because the people are talking shit about your son not being ready for the job.
Right.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that picture?
Yeah, I don't know. I keep going back and forth. I understand what Stephen A is saying because I saw some clips. I saw like some TikTok collage of like when Bronny's on the road and the people in the stands are coming at him. And I just saw the look on his face. I'm like, damn, does this kid really need to be going through that? And would he be going through that had he not been in this position?
Right.
You got guys standing up, yo, you suck. They don't do that to every other 55th pick in the draft.
Right.
You know, but like now he's in that line. And I understand what Stephen A was saying there.
Right.
But I don't like Stephen A not saying anything in the moment and then going on Gilbert Arenas' podcast and saying stuff about it and calling it soft. I just wish it's an unforced situation on both sides. Yeah. I just wish it didn't happen.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know.
What's your thoughts, MB?
I mean, I guess I see both sides of it, but I just don't like, and this is, I think, how LeBron's been a lot of his career. I don't like how he handles this stuff and kind of makes a show out of it. Like, he didn't go up to him as soon as Stephen A. Smith got there at the first chance he got. He sat there, and you can watch the video. He sat there. It's a timeout. He's looking around. He's like, all right, yeah, let's go now. Like,
right.
So this was thought out, like, planned.
Calculated.
Like, come on, man. Like, if it's that deep, go, like,
right.
The first chance you're getting,
right.
And we talked about it last week. If I have a problem and it's that deep to me, I'm calling you right now.
Right.
We're dealing with this right now.
Right now.
But I'm not going to wait till I see you.
That's corny.
Wait till everything's going on. Wait till everybody's here. Probably wait till the third quarter or second quarter when more people are in the building.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. So, I don't know. That's kind of my issue with it. Like, if it's that deep, then just handle it. Like, if it needs to be a show, then let's just call it what it is. That's cool. But, like, it just doesn't seem genuine when you're calculating in how you do it.
Yeah, and I didn't like when I saw LeBron laughing with Richard Jefferson about the talk. I'm like, all right, so it's not that serious to you then. Because if I have a real issue and I go approach somebody, when I go to talk to Mark about it, we're not going to be laughing, joking about it, like because it's a serious topic to me.
Right.
So when I saw that, I'm like, it's kind of corny that you're not
corny.
Yeah,
corny. I just didn't like it. I just thought that it was just. I thought he was doing the most. Like, you know what I mean? That's what the young people say. He's just doing the most. Like, for what? Like, I just don't get it, man. You know what I mean? But, you know, Bronny is, you know, he has, you give this kid the 55th pick in the draft is it $8 million? Or something like that?
Yeah.
At 19? What did you expect?
Right.
Did you expect that people were not going to jump on him or talk junks about him or whatever?
When you tweet out, Bronny's better than these guys in now.
The league, right. What do you expect? Like, I think he did it. Like I said, now on the other hand, so I'm saying everybody that sits there and hate and say, yo, Stephen A, he only be going hard on the brothers. now you got to look at LeBron a little bit because you only approached him like that.
Right.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Skip Bayless has made you his number one.
You ain't gonna step to him like that.
15
You won't do it. You won't do it. You won't say nothing. Mike Greenberg, nothing. Listen,
never
it
thought
doesn't
about that
matter.
point.
Anybody, you're never going to. He will never step to him. But no, you wait to Stephen A. And on top of that, I think it's the same day he just signed $100 million.
So you know Stephen A. is
So you know he hot right now.
And you know he can't do anything.
Exactly. Come on.
Yeah.
See, that's
It's kind of like when the kids approach us in school. Like they
already know.
They know there's a level.
You already know.
They know there's a level I can't go to.
You can't.
Yeah.
You know that.
You know
what I'm saying?
okay.
You already know that.
You got it.
It just, I just didn't like that though. And then it's another point that it keeps leaving me, bro. But it has to. I think it has to do with. So Stephen A. He went on the podcast, right? He talked about it a little bit on the show, but he went on the podcast where I guess he could really, really get into it. And I think the majority of people feel that way. Like, why you wait? Hold up, some people say, oh, well, you're a father, you're defending your son. My son making $8 million. I'm gonna tell you, Jason. Listen, everybody named Mama gonna talk shit about you, yo. So what? You got $8 million in your pocket. It comes with the territory. This is the point I was gonna make. And we've all had conflict. We've had conflict at jobs, conflict among friends, right? I'm not gonna like we're mature. We're not 16, 17 where we got to do it with a spectacle now no more, right? we're mature now. So, hey, yo, my man, listen, I want to talk to you after the game, son. You know what I'm saying? We talk after the game or something. Like, he could have did that, right?
Yep.
He could have did something because that's the mature thing to do.
When you go up there like you're on the verge of swinging.
And my man back was turned. If you saw the video, Stephen A. turned around and Braun was right there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my, what's he doing? So I don't know. Listen, I'm still a LeBron fan. I still think that he and his team have a really good chance to win the title this year. But I thought that was whack. I did.
I agree. I agree. I don't know about the title, but I agree with that part.
You don't think that LA can get it done?
I don't think they have enough ancillary pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Well, before we move on to our next topic, I wanted to make sure that we are all tuned into Baseline Hoops for all your basketball training needs. You can reach out to us at trainbaselinehoopsnj.com or on Instagram and Facebook, Train Baseline Hoops NJ. Anything you need basketball-wise, hit us up.
All right, it's March, man. So it's March Madness right around the corner. Today's Selection Sunday. This is probably the most college basketball I've watched all season, just because our season's done now. So I've been able to sit back and watch some games. It's a really even playing field this year. I think there's 7 or 8 teams. Yeah. I think we've been saying that the last couple of years. This portal has really changed the landscape of the tournament. I got a chance to watch St. John's last night. St. John's very, very
St. John's is tough.
Then I watched Duke. I go, Duke's very, very good. And then you watch without Cooper Flag.
Right.
And then you see all those teams in SEC. You got Auburn and Bama and those teams. So it should be an exciting couple weeks coming up.
Absolutely.
How's Arkansas? That's what DJ Wagner and them, right? How's Arkansas? Are they going to make it?
So there's 13 teams from the SEC that are supposed to make it.
Wow.
So I would imagine. I hope they're
Okay.
They've had some nice wins.
They've had some good wins.
They've had some nice wins this year.
So I would assume that they're one of them. But that's the thing. I don't know if I like it or don't like it. How you don't there's no clear cut favorite, and only because I like when that team that's supposed to win plays this team that's not, and it's a close game. And it's
nail biter, everything.
Yeah. So I don't know which way I feel about it, but the portal has definitely changed everything. And now I'm as the brackets are starting to come out today, and I start doing a little bit more research. there's certain stats that they put out there that only teams that have this and this have won, and there's only 4 teams that have that. So it's pretty cool just as you get into it. And I agree. Since the season's ended, I've definitely watched a lot more. And St. John's is one of those teams that I'm just like, wow. And I know that's one of your teams, which is exciting.
Has to be, right?
Yes.
There's 95 teams in New York.
But real talk, that really was like, if I'm being honest, that's like my favorite college team, and then Syracuse. You know what I'm saying? But St. John's has always been mediocre.
St. John's last night in Madison Square Garden, it almost felt like unfair for Creighton.
That's what
it was just like,
right. See, you know what I mean?
They were down a little bit. They came back and they just have pieces. And you know what? When I was a kid, we had Mark Jackson, we had Chris Mullin, Walter Berry, you know what I'm saying? Zendon Hamilton from Long Island. What's the other dude? Robert Wordan from Long Island. Shelton Jones. We were the Redmen, you know what I'm saying? I love St. John's, man. Boo Harvey, Michael Porter, like that was my squad, you know what I'm saying? But they ain't been good. Like I said, they're top news on ESPN right now, right? Because they haven't won anything since 2000. Right.
2000, you know what? I was in love with that team too. Eric Barkley? Eric Barkley. You had Boosie Thornton, who was a problem. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's not Artest, though.
No, I don't think that's
no, right? That's just, I forget.
Artest was before that.
I think Artest is before that. Yeah. Artest is with I think so.
Artest like 97.
Like 97. Jason Buchanan, I think it was.
Who was the guy who was supposed to what's his name?
Felipe Lopez.
Yeah.
Right. That's who it was. He got a special though.
Does he?
Yeah, on ESPN. I mean, he has a 60 or 30 by 30 whatever. I'm like, why on him? He was garbage.
You know what I do miss though? Like with the portal has like changed a lot of things, but it's cut out like the storylines because guys aren't staying places. Because before, you'd be like, all right, this team got to the Sweet 16 last year. They're bringing 4 guys back. Right. Now that's it.
It's changed.
Those 3 guys left.
Right.
But they got a new 3. Can they put this together? So
who changed that? LeBron?
What, the portal?
Like the whole little, like one and done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because it wasn't even this bad when one and done was the thing, though. Because there wasn't enough guys
that could do that.
That could
that could change the landscape. But with it was NIL and the portal happened at the same time. It was just like
it might have been Melo.
No, this is like a new phenomenon in like the last like 3 years.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Like really one and done.
No, it's not even one and done, and guys move.
You mean it's right? You're right. Right. You're right about that.
Because guy like one and done, like okay, we have this guy, we made a run, but now he's in the NBA. Now it's like okay, we have these 4 sophomores who are great. We got to the Sweet 16. Now we have a chance to win it next year, and now 3 of them leave to go somewhere else, and it's like
right, because your sophomore that came off the bench that averaged 7 points, that was going to be a great piece next year, is now gone.
He's gone.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, is that it's bad for the universities, better for the kids though, right? Because more, or you think it's not even that good for the kids?
I mean,
good for the kids financially.
I think it goes back to the whole resiliency thing. We don't, there's no. And listen, if my son was making $10,000 a year to go to this school and he can make $50,000 to go to this school, you do it. But the fighting, the earning your spot, the getting your minutes, that kind of stuff is kind of like, and in reality, it's kind of like not even relevant to these kids anymore. It's just when they go, I've heard plenty of coaches say the first question people ask me used to be, am I going to start? How much am I going to play? Now it's how much money am I going to make? Yep. They don't care if they're starting or playing. They just want to know how much money you're going to pay.
So with that being said, right, and you guys, and maybe I'm not sure how much you guys can talk or want to talk about it or whatever. Kid says, phenomenal kid says, yo, you know what, y'all, I want to go to y'all school, right? But here's what I want. Do you listen or you stop listening when he tells you what he wants?
You're talking about high school?
High school.
So I think we're in 2 completely different situations.
We're in different situations like that. I listen because it might just be. It just depends on what it is. If he's saying, I want financially or I want a guarantee of playing, like something like that, then like, oh, like I can't do that.
Right, I got you.
But if he's just like, I want to be on varsity, like, oh yeah, like I wouldn't be having this conversation
if you wasn't varsity, right?
So it just depends on what that.
But even so, have you seen? I think I asked you before, and you guys before, because of the all the different changes that has definitely empowered the college athlete, right, to be able to do what they want to do. But didn't that trickle down to the high school?
Oh, 1,000%. There were guys. I got calls mid-season of guys like from people saying they want to transfer to this school, that school. I'm like, unless you live in Cherry Hill, I can't. I'm not talking.
Right.
So I just don't put myself in that position.
Right. No, I got you. I don't know. I mean, so now, like my last question on this college basketball one is, when does the game start? Is it starting this Thursday, or do they actually, or have they? Oh, it's this Tuesday.
Tuesday's like the first 4 games,
and then Thursday's
the regular.
Okay, so it's still going to be the same.
I believe.
Okay, all right. So
Arkansas's on the bubble. They're
one of them bubble teams.
They're a bubble team.
Okay. All right.
Just kind of disappointing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a lot of different changes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully it works out. Yeah. I want to see them make a run though.
For sure.
I think that'd be good. You know what I'm saying?
But who make a run? Arkansas?
Yeah, I do.
NIT.
You think they're getting in?
I don't think so.
Do you view the NIT as a acceptable constellation, or if you felt like you had aspirations to win it and you didn't win it, is it okay to go towards the NIT, or you know what I mean?
I think it depends on what school you're at.
Yeah.
Like if what's a good example? If Drexel makes it to the NIT, I think that's a win.
That's a win for them.
But if Arkansas ends up in the NIT, I don't think they can be happy with that.
Right. Okay.
But I did see a couple years ago. I mean, I don't know. This was years ago. Carolina didn't make the tournament, had a down year, went to the NIT, end up bringing some recruits in, went on the run the next year. So you can parlay it into something positive.
Else, yeah. Was the NIT ever like the main one? No, it was always just a secondary.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm just thinking like maybe back in the 50s was that the main?
Maybe. I don't know.
Right. Now in our day, absolutely not. But I'm talking about like back in the 50s was that? Yeah. Okay. All right. Almost like when before the Eagles won the Super Bowl, they would celebrate the one from 58.
We have 3 now. 3 now, right?
No, you have 2.
3.
Are you counting the championship?
Championship.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, so you do. I guess you do count that as 3. Are you counting at 3?
Because they changed the name of the thing.
It doesn't matter.
So if we change the name of the World Series to the baseball championship, does that mean the Yankees don't have any?
I mean, that's true. That's true. So you didn't feel like in 2017.
That's why he feels like Nick Foles is not the best quarterback.
Oh, okay, right. Who
Nick
was QB in the championship?
I don't know. It's probably on the walls.
Oh, speaking of the wall,
that's an easy one though. He's
right. You know what I'm saying? Right.
He's a borderline Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Jimmy Rollins.
Oh yeah.
In fact, I would even make the argument: why wasn't he up there already?
They just go in
order, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the order of that they retire.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So one thought on college basketball we talked about a little bit offline. Villanova dismissed their head coach Kyle Neptune. What direction do you think they go? They've been since Rowley. They've always hired within. So they've hired Steve Lapis, who was one of Rowley's assistants. Jay Wright was one of Rowley's assistants. Kyle Neptune, Jay Wright's assistant. What direction do they go? Do they try to stay in-house or a Villanova guy who maybe might not be there right now? Or do you think they need to get out of that and bring in something fresh?
Yeah, I mean, just a former player. Maybe a former player that maybe, because you got, for Duke, you got John Shire, you got these former players they could be really good. I'm not sure about Kyle Neptune. I didn't even know he was a coach until he got fired, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Like pound Neptune. What the hell is that? Like, you know what I mean? But you have to you go within. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, it just didn't work this time. That's all. Well, it has worked.
Here's the problem, though. I think with Villanova, their success recently means that those players who you had that success with aren't coaches.
They're still playing.
Okay. But I mean, don't you? I'm talking about like some coaches, players from
Like
earlier.
Mike Nardi he's the interim assistant now. Like
Okay.
he played for him years ago. Like,
Okay.
do you go with him? I think personally, you go outside just because the way the last 3 years have gone. Maybe you go outside, bring something new and fresh in.
Because even not to cut you off, like when they brought Jay Wright in, it wasn't like they brought in an assistant coach. Jay Wright was at Hofstra before
right.
and
Right.
was a great coach.
Great coach there, right?
So they were bringing in somebody who already had that
Experience.
And I don't know, there may be that guy out there that's in that situation now that I don't know of, but I think if they're like I think Villanova has a small window to stay super relevant in college basketball, and they have to jump on it right now.
Who's there though? Like, who's there that is like that ilk that can bring it on for them? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Villanova had players too, though. They had a system, but they also had some players too. So who's there now that's getting busy? Or nobody?
Well, Eric Dixon had a really good year. He's going to be an All-American,
Okay.
but he's done after this year. And that's been the problem. They haven't got
The recruiting.
those guys to come.
Right.
They haven't been able to bring those guys in.
I think that's why Jay Wright left.
Which is why Jay Wright left. He wasn't going to do that. He didn't want to do the NIL stuff. He didn't want to do the transfer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because you think about Jay Wright guys always stayed at least 3 years.
3 years, right.
So he didn't want to do that. So you're going to have to find somebody who's into that.
You know who looks like they want to coach? Kyle Lowry. He does, though.
Well, that's because he can't play right now.
Right. Now, he didn't win, though. Did he win a title? No.
But whoever you bring in has to be somebody who the donors at Villanova will feel comfortable with. Hey, we're going to put this money out, get these guys in, and let's make something happen.
Yeah.
Because that's what it comes down to right now. Like, you know, who has the best backing, who can
Right.
put the best packages together
Right.
and get these players here. So,
I don't know.
That's why I think you have to go outside and try
That's why I go
to
outside.
bring in a big name.
So like a Rick Pitino type of guy, or
Maybe a younger guy that's at another school, but just somebody who just has a name behind
has to
him.
be a name.
okay,
Who's done some recruiting before and gotten some guys in, that kind of thing.
okay.
And
how great.
they're picking the next. I think they're going to see what happens in the next few weeks. See who the hot name is,
Right.
like what team goes on a run, and then you know.
Yeah.
What about first one thing comes to mind? Mike Woodson.
No.
Not name enough.
No. They're ready to run Mike Woodson out of Indiana.
Right. He's gone.
He's gone already.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know. The coach from NC State, he got fired too.
NC State.
Keats.
Oh yeah.
Didn't they just make the Final Four last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, last year, right?
With the big boy.
Big dude.
Yeah,
Right.
and he got fired the next year.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. You know, it just shows you it's a business. You got to, you know,
Especially when
you got to
you're, you know,
produce.
especially, I don't want to say it.
You got to produce.
Sound like Dave Allen up here if I start with that.
Got to produce. You got to produce. So I mean, you know, they're not even making a tournament though, right? They're done, right? Villanova.
It's over.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's over. Okay. All right. Well, it's going to be great, man. I definitely love. Do you guys do brackets?
Yeah.
Of course, do a bracket.
One bracket.
Okay.
I'm a believer in one
We
bracket.
should do it. Let's get it.
We should have did.
Yeah.
We should have did a bracket.
We can.
We can still do it.
Hasn't come out yet.
Comes out tonight.
Comes out tonight.
Okay. All right. So then, yeah, let's definitely do a bracket.
How do you feel about people that make multiple brackets? Well, you have multiple teams, so I'm sure you don't really care about being loyal to a bracket.
But it's a little different though. When brackets and dollars don't, you know what I'm saying? It's a little different. So, you know, unless we're all getting different brackets and do different things, then we stick to one.
Just one, right?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
one. I've never done like 5 of them. You know what I'm saying?
People are like, oh, this bracket's out, but I got these 3 over
These
here.
three, that
Right.
doesn't
One bracket. You know what I'm
Make
saying?
one bracket, stick with it, go from there.
And you ride that out. You know what I'm saying? So, yep, that is a pause. So So, what are you? Well, no, we won't ask that question because we all got state jobs. So, we move on. NFL, right? Who did
It will be on my iPad watching it on Thursday.
Okay, all right, there it is.
No.
Okay, there it is.
It'll be on my smart board.
Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. Okay, all right. And I'll be in my office doing work.
No, listen, man. Our principal, Dr. Burns, is great. Loves
Really?
sports. He comes through. He sees us watching. He's with it. He's good.
Yeah. I'll still be fixing schedules. And let me stop. Yo, NFL, real quick. Was it CJ Gardner?
CJ Gardner.
He's gone?
Gone.
Who else is going from the Eagles?
Everybody. Mekhi Becton, Josh Sweat, Darius Slay.
Oh, Slay's gone?
Wow. Gone. What's the big fella inside? Can't think of his name.
Oh, it was crazy. He said the big fella. He said the big fella inside.
Marcus hates the game. We do it. He's not going to say anything. He just won't talk.
No. That's it. Come on.
Yeah, all right. That's last one.
No, that's it. That's it. It's over.
I forget his name. I don't know. So they lost a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but they still have a chance, though, right?
I still think they have a great chance.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Yeah, and they can't sign anybody right now because they'll lose draft picks. So they have to wait it out. So.
But people are going to want to come to the Eagles anyway. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they'll fill those holes up, I think, when they no worries.
Yeah. You got to come to me. Like,
no, wait. Listen, I thought it was over. I thought it was over. I wasn't sure. You know what I'm saying?
What about
Did you guys see DeMarcus Lawrence?
I was about to say, what about the drama in Dallas?
Who's that? Wait, what's going on in Dallas?
DeMarcus Lawrence left. He was signed with the Seahawks.
Oh, yeah.
And
talking junk.
Yeah, he was, talking about how he loves the city of Dallas, but he sees he can't win a championship there. So,
yeah. Milton Williams. Shout out Bird.
Yes, that's
CB, what up?
Thanks, CB. These guys, man. so much immaturity on the show.
Wait a minute. That's all right. Yo, yeah, but now, so real quick though about this though, because we were talking, just when I sent this morning, right? How is it that Daniel Jones and Zach Wilson have jobs?
Who Daniel Jones signed with?
Indianapolis?
I think Indianapolis or Tennessee. No, they fighting for the job. He has a chance to
well, I don't think he'll
compete for the starting job. But he's like 2 years, 30 million?
I think finding the quality backup is tough. So I think if you can do that, if you could sign a guy that has some starting experience and get him to be a backup, I think that's important.
But he doesn't have backup contracts.
No, he's got
he got paid.
He got paid, bro. Both of them, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember Zach Wilson, but I didn't.
But definitely Daniel. Daniel got like a 2-year, maybe 3-year, I don't know, 30 million maybe or something like that. I was like, wow, really? He sucks. So I just don't know how they have jobs. Like I think that's the main thing that it's like.
Oh yeah, Daniel Jones eager to compete with Anthony Richardson.
Right.
Wow.
Right. So for the, what team? The Colts?
The Colts,
yeah. So he's competing for a starting job. And it's like, wow.
These guys get a lot of chances, man.
Right. And Zach
Wilson's in Miami, so he's a backup.
He's a backup. Okay. To Tua, right? Yeah. I just don't understand how they have jobs. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I can see Daniel Jones, and here's why. No disrespect.
It's all right.
When you
was that your pet peeve? Was that one of your pet peeves? Or?
No disrespect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means I'm about to disrespect. When you have a player, when you see what's going on with the Giants the last 12 months, you're like, okay, maybe this guy isn't that bad. Maybe it was just where he was at. I think he deserves another shot.
Oh hell no! I don't look at it from that point of view.
If I'm a GM and I have this guy or this guy, let me see. Okay, Well, listen, man, that place is crazy. Maybe he's not that bad. Let's bring him in. Let's give him a shot. We have this guy. Let's let them battle it out. Zach Wilson. If Zach Wilson was a starter, I would have no answer.
You'd be like, no. Right. Okay. Now, here's what I will say. I do feel like Daniel Jones belonged more than Zach Wilson.
For sure, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But who could ever remember? Who could ever forget? The end zone is right there. It's there. And nobody's really on your tails. It's an easy 6. It's right there. How do you fall? I don't know.
You got excited.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask this question. Which one is worse, that or the butt fumbler? The butt fumble. Which one is worse?
That's what, Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones is worse.
It has to be, right?
Yeah.
Like, you just fell.
Did he fumble too?
He might have fumbled too. Like, you're right there.
I think that was the play that made Laura stop watching football. Giants fan, I think she stopped watching after that.
I couldn't believe it. Yeah. So I don't know how they get jobs, but you know what? Listen, it's listen, I'm not the GM, and that GM, whatever. Anyway, listen, there's another point I want to.
Sorry, I'm trying to see if he fumbled.
Okay, this is going to right. Oh, well, I wish I had. Listen, we're gonna grow, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have the picture in picture coming soon. I'm saying right.
Oh,
That's bad.
Right. Oh, that is bad. That is bad. That is bad.
Why do you just knew it? You just knew, like, okay.
There's nobody else in the screen.
You just knew.
You just knew.
They were down 10-7.
You just knew.
Did they score on that drive?
No. You just knew. You just knew. It was just 6 points. Got it. Yeah, Danny. Yeah, Danny Dimes.
You might have got up, went to the kitchen to get a drink
Come on.
you celebrate.
Like, yo, it's a wrap.
That's bad.
Exactly. Right. He fumbled. No,
he didn't fumble.
But he tripped over himself.
Over nothing, yeah.
Over nothing. Like, how does that?
Yeah, that's fun.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you know what?
Couldn't even hear the footsteps. They were so far behind.
So far behind. Yeah.
It was your moment, son. Your moment. How do you do that?
I'm not gonna hold it against him, man.
I don't know. I don't know. But hey, listen, shout out to those guys. I will say this though. Damn, what is my point? I wanted to. Oh, the Jets released Aaron Rodgers. This was some time ago. They cut him. The Giants are thinking about Aaron Rodgers. Other teams are thinking about Aaron Rodgers. I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
He's done.
And I can't stand Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, you never? Oh, wow.
It's time for him to just be done.
So, I mean, you didn't like him at all, or over the years with his
his
rhetoric,
his off the court, off the field stuff. It's time for him to go sit with Joe Rogan and just go.
And McAfee. That's his boy. That's his boy.
Say, go be with McAfee and Rogan.
Right. Go
talk that weird stuff.
Right. LeBron won't step to them like that, though. I'm sorry. I just got to point these things out, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think Aaron's done. I really want I want the Giants to get Shador, but I don't think that's going to happen.
What pick do the Giants have? 3?
3 or 4.
They can get him at 3.
Get him at 3.
Think so?
Would you take him or Cam Ward?
Shador.
I like Shador.
When are you going to have the Deion effect too? What if Deion? No, you don't see him becoming an offensive coordinator first? You don't see that, Mark?
It depends on where the click call.
All right, so
you gotta get the click call.
Okay, right. Right. We don't know. Right. He may be like me right now. He may be fasting. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going on.
What area code the collect?
Right.
Listen, man, Deion's been doing these different podcasts, and we can't talk about it here. We'll talk about it off. But Deion's crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's prime time. That's what people tell me. Oh, that's prime time. Okay, that's prime time.
I thought Prime was a pastor. Deion's crazy.
Listen,
dude,
I thought Mace was too. No disrespect to him, but I did too. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? And it's sad too. Like, I don't know. Are y'all up on that, like, the Dipset argument with Cameron and Jim Jones and whatever?
That happened a couple weeks ago, right?
They still be.
They still going at it?
They're making diss tracks about each other.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I do like the Joe.
Rap's all messed up now.
Yeah, it is.
Y'all let the midget run it now.
You gotta take shots at people just to become relevant.
Relevant, right? Yeah. But then, behind the scenes, you're probably just cool as I don't know what. Who knows?
That's what I thought. I don't think that anymore.
Because Cam don't really play like that. I don't see him playing.
I think that when you guys have been friends for as long as they were, and like the shots they're taking are really personal.
Personal shots, right?
Yeah, it's like. Yeah, we shouldn't see this.
Yeah, not at all. It should be under wraps.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like 50 and Rick Ross still going at it.
Still going.
Yeah. Yo, I didn't go. But
hilarious.
I don't know why anybody wants smoke with him.
He's hilarious.
He'll say anything or do anything. There's no line. How do you fight with somebody where there's no line?
And he backs it up. And he's like, "Yo, we can do it. We can sell this any way you want to do it." And nobody's going to step to him. Nobody steps to 50. I think Ja Rule was saying that he knocked him out. I think I heard something like that. I'm like,
I'm not buying that.
I'm not buying that. 50 was at the awards show.
I like Ja.
I never liked him.
You never liked Ja?
I never liked him like that. Not like...
He was entertaining.
He had good songs. It was a nice, decent song. Him and Shanti or whatever. You know?
I was in middle school. That was my guy, man.
Damn.
That's my guy.
Damn. It was at middle school?
Well, really for me, I was like elementary because 50 was like middle school.
Damn.
What? Give It a Try came out like,
shot.
He's taking a shot.
It's like a shot, right? Yo, you know what? Listen. No, listen.
I wasn't trying to make
shout out to my principal, right? Shout out to my principal. But you know what? Listen, sometimes she wasn't taking the shot, but you know how you could take something and be like, yo, are you coming at me? Yo, so we had this thing called the Junior Rotarians, right? And I think everything. That was empty. Anyway. Junior Rotarians. Y'all have Junior Rotarians. You should have it at Cherry Hill. You have a Junior Rotarian. I'm sure you do.
Probably.
All right. So every month, the Rotarians of each county, they pick whoever's doing the best in the high school at the time between the 11th and the 12th grader, right? And they go celebrate them at a diner or whatever, right? So this particular, I used to do it. I did it for the last 8 years, right? Every month. I find people, bring them out, whatever. And there's a process, and the guy has to pick them up from the school. So now I'm not doing it. Somebody else is doing it.
Who has to pick them up? You had to pick them up?
No. Somebody, one of the Rotarians have to come pick them up from the school and then drive them over to the diner, whatever, celebrate them, and then bring them back, right? It's just something it's like, I guess he volunteers to do it or whatever, right? So I'm not doing it no more. Somebody else is doing it. So they did it, whatever. And my principal goes, oh, he's going to be so happy. This is going to be the first time that they're going to be on time. Oh, he's going to be ecstatic. I'm about to take the picture, right? So I'm about to take the picture, right? I said, wait a minute. I'm not going to say her name. I was going to say principal. Wait a minute, principal. Are you coming at me? We laughed though. But you don't never know. You know what I'm saying? Like you can take it a certain way. Like, yo, listen, he was excited. Yeah, everybody's on time. I said, wait a minute. Okay, now wait a minute. Now, I know we're talking about 8 years, 10 months out. I know they've been on time. But I'm just saying, you know how you could just take something and misconstrue it, whatever. But anyway, shout out to my principal, great principal, and vice principals too as well. But anyway, listen. Ladies and gentlemen, for your needs, any of your mental health needs, any of your counseling needs, I want to let you guys know that we have a fabulous organization. The Four Walls Foundation has an outpatient office located right in Voorhees. We also do telehealth. We take most insurances except Medicaid and Medicare. And we specialize in helping those who are stuck, helping those who just need to work on some things, process some things. We specialize in helping those kind of solve those issues and move forward to their purpose, their dreams, and whatever they want to achieve. So give us a call, look us up, fourwallsllc.com. 4 Walls Outpatient, do it in person and telehealth. Last thoughts, final thoughts.
Looking forward to the NCAA tournament. I guess that's Thursday, Friday are always really fun days for that. And then Saturday, Sunday, it's when there's no school, you can actually sit down and watch
the games,
watch
right?
the full games.
Yep.
So looking forward to that. I'm hoping, I know the next 2 days are going to be kind of rough weather-wise, but I like how it's starting to warm up and, feeling a little better outside. So looking forward to that.
Good stuff. How about you, FB?
Yeah, spring's on its way here. I do a lot of athletic supervising during the spring. So looking forward to that. I do enjoy going out and getting to watch all those games. But yeah, looking forward to the tournament. And looking forward, the school year will be over before you know it. It's flying by. I can't believe it's this time of year now. So,
and March is usually long, like Connecticut and Virginia, right? It's like it takes a long time to get through March, but this is like flying by.
I saw something about like St. Patty's Day. Something I was like, wait, it's not St. Patty's Day. They celebrate early, and I'm like, oh wait, no, it's here.
Do y'all celebrate St. Patty's?
No,
I don't either. So, shout out to my man Aloe. He does. He loves. That's his day. Final thoughts for me. Like I said, I guess you know what. I'm looking forward to the end of the school year already. I'm telling myself that we have about 90 days, if that. That's probably less than that, actually. Left of school,
but with the testing days,
that's what I'm saying. We're pretty much done. We're pretty much done. We're landing the plane.
I did my own grades for the third month here. I'm like, oh, it's over.
Yep, the plane is starting to descend. You know what I'm saying? So looking forward to that. Still looking forward to creating that. We got a good little culture going on thus far with the softball and creating a Sisterhood, there it is. Sisterhood.
I need to see them shirts, man.
So
we still need a game if you're interested.
Yeah. So that's coming well. Got some new items coming too. So I'm waiting. Those packages are going to be here. They have finally reached the United Kingdom, so they'll be coming here soon. Okay, we have an international distributor. You know what I'm saying? So we got those items coming soon. So just be on the lookout for that, man. The tournament, I look forward to that. I don't know. Do you watch the games Thursday, Friday, Saturday? You watch all the games pretty much. That's it.
I watch as many games as I can.
Okay. Doesn't matter who's playing or okay. Now, do you do pick a team to root for?
Depends.
Okay.
It kind of happens organically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you watch a team, like I like this team, I like that guard.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's how it is. Yeah, it's like the same thing for me.
Yeah.
Same thing for me. Well,
it's good learning time. Like coaching wise, I know I definitely learned a lot during this time too. You get to see some teams play that you've never seen all year. You get to kind of steal what they do.
Good stuff. All right. Well, listen, man. On behalf of myself, MB, FB, Mr. CB, we are the new Let's Get It Sports Talk, coming to you most weekends at different times. Today we came at 11 o'clock today.
Good time today, though.
It was pretty good. I will say that.
Not you on it.
Didn't sleep in, because I just had to go to church, and then, you know what I'm saying, I was able to fit it in. But, good time, man. But anyway.
Pause.
Was there a pause? No, okay, wait. I don't know. Oh, I was able to fit it in. Is that what it was? I was able to fit it in. Yeah.
This used to be a family broadcast.
Yeah. It's changing. No. Actually, you know what? It's evolving. That's what I'll say. But anyway, listen. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Just and have a great week. We'll see you later. Clap.